crows. Hello everybody, I'm WaitWhat, and I'm back with this alternate dimension version thing of Dysfunctional Systems, where we just talk the president down from launching the bomb. For now. So let us continue. This seems to be back where we started. Cyrus stands next to me, still and somber. I look at him, confused. For someone who just solved a problem, he seems genuinely, quietly distraught. Is something the matter? Quite frankly, yes. We're missing something key here. Hold on. He begins to consult his ICD, apparently searching through his codex from what his eye movements suggest. What exactly could be the problem? As far as I know, we'll still need to have someone mediate the situation between Gabriel and Brighton, potentially that between Brighton and Ferdia, but the threat of nuclear destruction would be out of the way for now. I open my own codex, scanning through the history of this world and such. The minutes pass by slowly, and neither of us speak. Finally, after going through many entries, I look away from my wrist. I couldn't find anything that seemed out of the ordinary. That can't be right. Sir? Completely ignoring me, his head swishes to the left and he stares at the wall of televisions intently. I follow, perplexed. And while called off for the moment, it seems as though President Barnaby still wants the world to be aware that this threat was very real. Therefore, he has announced that within 20 minutes, Brighton will be demonstrating the true power of their bomb, setting it off in the Northern Sea. This will be the first large-scale test of the device, as Brighton was earlier unwilling due to heavy scrutiny while under Gabrian surveillance. Our sciences correspondent, Samuel Urey, will explain the concept behind this weapon, dubbed the fusion bomb. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Cyrus biting his teeth together. In the back of my mind, something tells me to be very worried right now. So, Cyrus is figuring out this may be a true fusion bomb and the world will blow up. Thanks, Scott. Now, if you viewers will care to listen, I'll tell you all that is known on the theory. Now, some of you may know about the science behind our nuclear power plants. The same theory employed in these fusion reactors is employed in the bomb developed by Brighton scientists. Similar to how stars are born, the bomb generates its destructive power through the fusion of atomic nuclei, creating atoms of an even larger mass. Firstly, at the center of the device, the bomb initializes by the extreme compression of a small space filled with gases and fuel. The ludicrously high temperature and pressure resulting then starts a powerful proton-proton chain reaction. Alright, well that was a little weird. Perhaps kind of exploded and weird stuff happens. Anyway, now that I'm back, this chain reaction is strong enough to fuse the atoms within, beginning the primary process for which this weapon gained its name, nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion releases an immense amount of energy, destructive power thousands of magnetimes greater than conventional weapons. In fact, with enough reactant, the energy release could actually start off a genuine star. Of course, scientists theorize that there isn't enough fuel on the entire planet to accomplish such a feat. But I'm blathering. I doubt you viewers even know what I'm talking about. We'll start by discussing atoms. There's something new in the codex. True fusion. Nuclear fusion was an incapable of this process. Instead of fusion, spark fusion, and nuclear fusion. The entry instead of generating pure powers by studying nuclear fusion. As a term of creation, you do not expect to hurt any systems. Occasionally, a system will make a change between the two, but is not to be counted on. True fusion can be used to create stars. Incredibly dangerous. In the scientific advanced society. Unattainable. Yeah, okay. Yay. Sir, that doesn't really sound like the bomb I read about. Damn it. I should have guessed. This world is a bloody outlier in every other regard. Is this the pure fusion bomb Cyrus had mentioned? Creating a star sounds very risky. Cyrus does not seem to like the possibility, but there's no way they use enough reactant, right? The person on screen said there was no possibility of such a thing. I open my mouth to confirm my suspicions with Cyrus, but just as I'm about to, I find that we're teleporting. moved to the president's office in an instant, before I'm even aware of why. I quickly realized that we came here to stop Barnaby, and both of us immediately started looking around the room in desperation, but find the president gone. Fuck! Stay here. I'm going to look for someone. Sir, wait! He rushes out of the room, leaving me here, alone, to worry. I look out the window, now intensely frightened. Getting the normally cool Cyrus into such a heat could only mean that something absolutely irrevocable is about to happen. In the first place, should we even have to worry? Surely their theories will build up. Or will hold up. Surely that is the case, right? I stand alone for several minutes, glancing fervently at my watch and growing more and more agitated as time crawls by. Cyrus returns after 15 minutes. There isn't anyone here, just a damned receptionist who won't say anything. Support, listen to me. This situation is nearly out of control. Do you have anything? He walks away from me and into a corner. Again, I look through my codex, hoping there is something that I missed earlier, hoping they didn't use enough reactive, hoping that I have nothing to worry about. In a few minutes, the horizon is aglow. It must have gone off. I stare into the brilliant hue, pleading to anyone that it will end with only light. But with every passing second, it grows brighter. The glass sweats, and the room grows warmer. I stand still before the spectacle, thinking that maybe it isn't over yet. Maybe everything worked out. Cyrus is still somewhere in the room, and yelling though, so I think I must face the simple fact. I wanted nobody to die, and now maybe everyone will. Is it my fault? Why did I even think to suggest anything? But if I hadn't stopped Cyrus, this would have happened anyway, right? It's not my fault then. I was just trying to save everyone. I just wanted to make a difference. It's not my fault at all. Ugh! Cyrus has dived onto me from his corner, blocking the window's light from my view. Is this it? Keep your head down. He covers my head and body with his arms and torso. We need to... A whooping, deeply bass sound resonates from the outdoors. The window is shattered. Urgh! Sir? He slides off me and collapses, clutching his arm. Cyrus! I gasp at the sight of where he is gripping. Glass has stabbed through his coat, and blood leaks out from his sleeve. Also along his back there are shards, and his face is contorted viciously. On my knees, I begin reaching out to him, but quickly pull back. It would only make things worse to touch him. I look out of the window that is no longer there. It is not a beauty I care to know. No. Somewhere far away, I hear Cyrus yelling. We just felt the wave. That's what. It's become self-sustaining. It's beyond the point of no return. The reaction won't stop until the whole atmosphere is gone. This world is dead, understand? It's over. I failed. Now get us out of here. Cyrus! Hurry, damn it! I can't believe this. We failed. But at least in this situation, Cyrus, I'm not pissed off at Cyrus, or Winter isn't pissed off at Cyrus, right? The light becomes overbearing, blistering, and before it can consume us, we're back. High radiation levels detected. Please remain calm and wait for emergency medical personnel to assist you. It even irradiated me, although I escaped? Where is my mentor? The words come out of their own and are spoken in earnest. I frantically look about the room until I find that he is right behind me, crumpled in a pile and breathing heavily. I'm here, Winter. Are we going to die? You won't. What? Are you going to die? I don't think so. What happened, sir? The words roll up my throat as a stone, and I choke as they part from my lips. I have no idea why I even bother asking. Is it really all gone? The world was killed. Brighton had never tested their bomb, and it seems they overcompensated. A reaction fast-drawn will use almost any of the lighter elements as fuel. So people in hazard suits walking towards us, with a trolley and company. One comes near to me, and again my words spill out. We're sick, right? We're irradiated and sick? You are, and you'll have to lie on the ground to get better, okay? The other people in the room crowd over Cyrus, who decidedly deserves the extra attention. Will we be alright then? Yes, it'll be alright. You'll be alright. Just lie down. Well, what about my mentor? We'll be taking him to another room to look after his deeper wounds. Now come on, you need to lie down. I do so, but fairly reluctantly. I feel like I'm going to throw up. And I've heard that throwing up while lying down can drown you. I don't tell her that though, because I don't want to know if it means it's worse if I feel like throwing up. I want to think that I will be okay, even in this nausea. I just want to be okay. The paramedic lifts my arm and inserts an IV into the back of my hand. I flinch at the small pain, feeling more sensitive than usual. There. It should be perfectly fine from here. We're administering a drug that will clear away all the radiation inside of you. It'll heal you rather quickly. We'll even stop the later effects from coming on. You'll still feel the early symptoms eventually though, and you aren't going to like it. It's going to hurt and it's going to feel disgusting. What are the early symptoms, exactly? Well, you'll feel weak, you'll feel dizzy, and you'll have a headache and fever. The worst of it though, will probably be the puking and diarrhea. What? No! I'm sorry, there really isn't anything we can do about it. She places her gloved hand on my forehead, wiping away my sweat and hair. If you want to, we can put you to sleep and wait until the symptoms go away. I shake my head slowly. I don't want to sleep. I'll probably have nightmares or something. Which was this? Your second shadowing? Everything went so wrong so quickly. I didn't even know anything from the start. Blaming yourself, are you? I suggested it. I start crying again. Raging, sadness, hatred, at myself. And why? Because I don't take anything properly seriously. I was playing a game of words. I'm such an idiot. I told him to launch it. Why? Shh. Let's stop talking about it, alright? I killed them. I saw it. It's like it's burned in me. Come on. You need to settle down. Shut up. I want to shut up. Talking puts vomit on my tongue, anyway. Can I stay here for a while? Can you speak to me a little? Sure. You'll have to be here for a while anyway. I'll tell you about where I'm from, okay? She does so, telling me about the northwestern country where she grew up. The vast fields and sinking meadows, the sheep and dancing breeze. Being from the Centerlands, I don't know the rolling, verdant hills and grazing animals she speaks of. I know only lawns and trees, streets with people riding by, distant mountains, corner stores, small buildings, and sidewalks with many faces, all a touch languishing. I mostly know my room though, dark and quiet and calming, familiar and safe. I'm really back, aren't I? Aren't I? Whatever. Cyrus and I lived. I stopped thinking and let her speak softly, brushing me lightly and calming me down. Feeling any better? Emotionally, at least? She smiles. Seeing this clearly without her suit on is nice. I feel like the most disgusting thing, but yes, emotionally I am much more alright. Thank you. Don't mention it. Do you want to get up now, or do you want to keep hearing me run my mouth? I like your voice. Thank you. I'll get up. I want to throw up. Now. At this, she jumps a little and rises, helping me up quickly but carefully. I waver, and would be most completely unsteady if not for her hand. Alright. Do you need to throw up now, or can you hold it at all? I have been holding it for 30 minutes. She sighs in a manner of defeat. You should have said so. I can hold it a little longer. I can make it to my room. Are you sure? Yes. No, but I really want to go to my room. It isn't like my room back home, but it at least feels like a proper place to rest. Okay then, we'll hurry on. Before we exit the terminal, I look back at the bloodstains which indicate where Cyrus once lied. How long has it been since he was taken away? Is he doing well? I hope that he is. My roommate is at her desk when we arrive, reading it seems. Hey, Waverly. Oh, Winter, you're back. She starts to look up. How'd your thing go? At the sight of me, she flinches and looks disbelieving. Oh, cackle. She immediately covers her mouth upon noticing that I'm being carried by an adult. I mean... She stares at me for an incredibly long second before turning to the paramedic and gently placing her book down. Her mouth slowly hangs open as if to try to speak, but it seems she's unsuccessful. Do you want me to help you to the bathroom? Sure. Yes. Sure. My caretaker says nothing more than simply aids me further on. As we pass by my roommate, she jumps to attention, starting up from her seat. Is she alright? What happened to her? Radiation poisoning. Waverly shrinks back down into the chair. Don't worry, she's not irradiated anymore. Lady opens the bathroom door and sets me on the tiles before the toilet seat. Leaning against the doorframe, she looks back out at Waverly. She's got the sickness, though. Yes, I do. With things lit up, I immediately vomit into the toilet. It's almost like it's for emphasis. What happened? It'd probably be better for her to tell you. Anyway, you must be our roommate. Waverly says nothing, but I imagine she's nodding her answer, for the paramedic continues. Good. I need you to keep her from meeting tonight. Wouldn't be any good for her in this state. I throw up again with impeccable timing. A disgusting, thick, and saccharine spit fills up my mouth. When I try to swallow it, I feel like I'm barfing, parting my lips to gasp. It just kind of drips out, slimy. It's probably making me feel sicker than anything else. I feel for you, Winter. Last week for me was not much fun. Okay. It wasn't that bad. It was just one night. But that one night sucked. Anyway, she'll be in there for a while, vomiting and things worse. Just keep an eye on her. Make sure she's alright. Alright. Anything else? If she's feeling real bad, I want you to call us down at the ward with your hall's emergency line. You know where it is, right? Yeah. Alright, and one more thing. You've got to get her a good breakfast tomorrow, and make sure that she drinks plenty of liquids. After tonight, she'll definitely be dehydrated and more than a little starved. Starved. I want you to make certain she remedies that no matter what. Understood? Okay, I will. I feel the paramedic's gaze on me again. It makes me aware that my stomach's churning off noises. I hurl again. I wonder how much of this is different. You're positive you don't want anything? Yes. Okay. I'm sure you've guessed already, but your debriefing has been pushed back until tomorrow afternoon, in consideration of your state. I'll be leaving you in your roommate's care. Now, I need to make sure your mentor's procedure's gone well, or is going. I hear Waverly gasp slightly at the second sentence. Can you tell him that I'm sorry, too? Sure. And hey, wiping my mouth with the back of my hand, I look back at the paramedic from over my shoulder. Feel better, okay? I mean even more better. I don't want this getting to you. You should visit one of the counselors once you're able to. Don't keep it all inside. I lock eyes with her for a time, but eventually turn back to the rancid fumes of my puke. I'll try. I can feel her smiling. Good. Hopefully I won't be seeing you, girl. I'm probably just gonna play to the end of the game again, or at least we'll see. I hear her footsteps as she turns to leave. Take good care with her, okay? Oh, of course. The door opens, and in another second, closes. I kneel in front of the toilet and retch a bit, wondering whether or not I'll be vomiting again. If this damned saliva will have anything to do with it, it'll make certain that I do. So gross. In nearly a minute, the sound of soft movement closes in on me from behind. Do you want me to rub your back at all? Actually, yes, I think that would help. Waverly doesn't hesitate to tiptoe to my side and bend down. She starts massaging me with her one hand and down between my shoulder blades. The feeling is great, much appreciated. I feel a little more like throwing up now, which, come to think of it, ironically enough, is all I really want. Retching is seriously so much worse than just letting it out. True. Thank you. Nah, it's nothing. Can you talk at all? Something comes up, but doesn't come to pass. Again. I have a few more times before answering her. I don't think I can hold much of a conversation. Try nodding then. I'll just ask you yes or no questions. Ugh. How'd your mediation go? You do it? I began the movement to shake my head, but stop, because I sort of did do it. Cyrus and I really did remedy the situation. Leaning my neck right, I kind of shrug. After all, even if we managed to succeed, it led to such an awful failure that, well, does it really matter? I have no idea what that is. Like, you don't know? How don't you know? Did you get knocked out? I shake my head. Then it's like, complicated? I nod. We managed to resolve the conflict. Not the actual conflict, but an urgent one. Oh crap. I hurl again, nearly pushing my head past the lid. When it's over, I rest my arms on the seat and my head in my hands. Waverly, frowning, continues to rub my back nicely. Ugh. You alright? I can't really answer past barely nodding my head. And I guess something bad happened after that? I repeat the same head movement. Waverly pauses, clearly not sure whether or not to say what she wants to say next. She eventually chooses yes. How bad? I look at her. Somehow, my silence and my gaze convey the message. For a moment, she stops massaging me and just looks in my eyes with a nearly empty expression, one of repressed sadness and of worry. Continuing her massage, she goes direct. What happened? The world ended. Still rubbing me, her expression goes from indecipherable. If I had to take a guess, the closest thing I'd call it is scared. For several minutes, she stays with me and keeps me relaxed until I'm finally done with vomiting and ready to do something else. Waverly leaves the bathroom and allows me to sit on the toilet rather than in front of it, closing the door. I don't know how long it's been, but it finally seems to be over. After a brush of the teeth and a scrub of the skin, I feel as though I'm actually done. Not better, though. Not by any means. In fact, when I open the door, I nearly collapse. Surprisingly, Waverly is there to readily catch me. All done? I nod. Want to go to bed now? Yeah. Then get walking. Dragging you across the floor doesn't make me feel right. I can't really walk. Waverly frowns at my lack of answer and soon pulls me to my bedside. She then hoists me up and drops me on the mattress. You brought that on yourself. She looks at me sternly for a second before snickering. You're a wicked person. I can't believe this abuse. I run a strict ship. I'm like a fairy tale orphaner, the evil one that everyone hates. I really have no idea what you're talking about. I was actually reading some of our foreign libraries, and there's a lot of stories about orphan abuse. Why would you hate orphans? That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's why they're evil. She smiles. Want to sleep now? Yeah, well, no, but I think I should. I feel like a pile of dirt. Alright, I'll turn off the light. I nod a thanks and look up at the ceiling as the room falls to darkness. I hear Waverly enter her bed with a squeak. Hey. Yeah? What happened to Cyrus? Wasn't he your mentor today? He saved me from an explosion of glass. Last time I saw him, he was irradiated and bleeding. Wherever he lets off a breathy whistle. Man, how did all that even happen? I wish it was a long story, but it's not. It was very quick, actually. It happened all fast. It's just that there were a lot of things to it. It got really hard. It turned into a thing it wasn't supposed to be. I could have left, but I didn't. I wanted to do something myself. I sigh. I'll tell you more tomorrow morning at breakfast. How was your shadowing? Compared to yours, it already sounds boring. I think all of ours were supposed to be boring. I went to a city and looked for a group of people who allegedly didn't exist. They did, and we found them hiding in shadows. You went to a place with a malleable physics? No, it was rigid. It was some kind of science or something. And man, don't ask me how, because I've got no idea. None. Huh? We both fall silent but end up chatting again in a minute. I ask her about our classmates and whether or not they've any interesting stories from today. It's mostly dull though, and I find that amusing. For everyone else, this run of chatting was as dull as the last. In fact, the most interesting story came from one of our year's promising students who didn't even have shadowing this week. He's part of the group that does it while you're on break. We're on break. It really is just funny. It's funny because it's kind of all just unpredictable. For some reason, unpredictability is such a silly thing to me. There's so much irony in that, considering today. Gracious, I must be totally losing it. That totally must be the case. The longer that I stay here, the stranger I'll become. Oh well. I can definitely say I like this outcome better than my previous playthrough, whatever you want to call it. And there's this. Might as well watch it again. 'Cause it's cool. Even more than before, this is really making me want to get the next episodes. Learning to manage chaos. I need to do something. Right, I should do something. And now we're back to Waverly the next morning. So I get the feeling this next part will be a lot of the same until Winter wakes up. But yeah, so I'm going to end this one here because it's probably a little long again. But that's fine. We don't need another 7 or 20 million videos on a lot of the same stuff. So I hope you had fun. Thanks for watching. I'm WaitWhat, and I'll be back with the end of the game again. Coming right up. Goodbye.